gas cooker in a minute. How you diddling, love? Well, what's it? What is it? Oh, switching on now. Yeah, it completely jammed up the computer.
It wasn't.
It was using all the processor.
It wasn't that. I was like trying to drive, and it was like.
Yeah, I know. Don't worry. I'll get all this fixed. Don't worry.
It was just funny. I was holding up the traffic.
Wait, it'll all be fixed.
I was holding up the traffic. Yeah. I'm in no rush anyway. Cause I'm saving all my love. Oopsie. Hang on, let me double check.
Is it Wednesday or Tuesday today?
It's Wednesday the 8th.
Wednesday, isn't it? Yeah, it's Wednesday.
Yeah, I'll double check. Hang on.
That's up the fucking road. Where's Baggy Dude? Where's fucking Baggy Dude?
Soon find out. Hello to everybody. Yeah, it's a black bin. Normal waste. Huh? The normal bin. Yeah. I think I will download the calendar. I've got the calendar now.
understand what's going on because I had no idea.
For many on the island. In 2011, during just one afternoon, Anders Breivik embarked on a murderous rampage that would send shockwaves around
Hiya,
the globe.
Linda.
We
How are you doing?
sensation that an actual war was really taking place.
As the clock ticked,
Oh,
the body count
I'm absolutely frozen.
Shooting, one person shooting.
Still.
Almost just rising all the time. Now I was convinced I was dead.
and with it the question, why had Breivik waged a 3.5-hour war on his own innocent countrymen?
It's like trying to understand
How are you doing?
Ted Bundy or Adolf Hitler.
No, I'm not warmed up, no. I'm still frozen.
Hi, Linda. It was absolutely freezing.
Right, I've got this jumper.
It was only out for an hour.
I know him, that one. I've got that one. And my robe on just to try and keep me warm.
Not the heat, you know.
And the heating's on too.
We're going out tomorrow.
The 22nd of July, 2011, Norway. A Scandinavian country admired for its landscape, high living standards, and for having one of the lowest murder rates in the world. In the capital city of Oslo,
Huh?
the day
Hmm?
began
We're going out tomorrow.
22nd of July.
No comment.
You've had me freezing. Yeah, the roads are solid ice.
I nearly fell twice, 3 times, sorry. It was really hard to walk.
Cold. Cold, cold, cold. Hey, Smudge.
It was harder to walk than yesterday.
I know, it was bad. It was bad up there.
That's what I call punishment.
Only an hour. That's what I call punishment. It's exercise, isn't it?
Yeah, it was fun because I saw the baby lambs, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah. Didn't even expect any lambs to be born yet.
No,
And
but
they
they
were
have.
born. They've been born already.
Minutes later, at
Yeah.
10:26 p.m., the country
Hearing them fart and tramp and burp.
Brilliant. She's eating breakfast now.
Yay.
She never used to eat breakfast, that cat.
Nope.
So she's having fish in the morning and chicken in the evening. Or lamb or beef or whatever.
Mm.
Joachim Ringstad, a local shop owner, would feel the ferocity of the explosion firsthand.
Yeah, we was out there for an hour walking in that, round that way. Might go out again tomorrow, I don't know.
Note to self, make sure I take my inhaler.
Yeah, you didn't take your inhaler with you. He was saying it was -3, but it wasn't. It's like -10.
It's
It's
colder.
so cold.
Local businessman Johan Tandberg would be one of
Hiya.
the first on the scene
Ah,
to
yeah.
witness the unfolding fallout.
We're getting out a lot more this year.
Oh hell yeah, because I missed out a lot.
We missed out a lot this year, last year. So I'm going to show you all the things you've never seen, Anne.
Yay! Now I know what's going on with me, but see what happens.
Would you like a treat?
But it hasn't been as bad as it has been.
The massive deadly blast, killing 8, transformed Oslo from tranquil to terrifying.
Eat when you can, yeah.
No, it's yours. Yeah. Yeah.
She's having a treat now.
Yeah. Ready for your treats? Yeah.
Everybody around me just froze. I didn't know what to do. And I just ran out to see what was going on. And then when I got to the door, the second I got out, I saw glass falling down from the sky. So saw people on the street, people were laying on the street. It was very quiet, I can remember. It was totally silent. Only thing I can hear was the alarm inside the buildings, fire alarms.
Well done. There. There you go.
With authorities beginning to arrive, the scale of the
Yeah,
task
he's
facing
had it.
quickly became apparent.
Yeah, that's a treat. Veggie treat now. You want to get ready for your dinner? Oh dear.
Det var store ødeleggelser på stedet. Det var døde,
Yeah.
skadde.
Yeah, I don't know whether I'm going out tomorrow or not.
They asked me to carry it all over Oslo. Up to 70, 80 kilometers away from this spot. We could get the bomb goes off. Feeling.
What am I after this
So I
time?
went outside,
What am I trying to find this time? I know what I'm trying to find. Oh, if them other things can't do it, surely this can. Hey,
Mhm.
get your tank out. I like that is. Get your tiger tank out. That'll move. Lots of boxes. Load of boxes. There we go. Yeah, we'll give a tiger tank a run tomorrow. Have you found any tacos yet?
The white van parked outside the government
I'm sure she will make her own.
ton of fertilizer-based explosives. Its detonation had left 8 dead and more than 80 injured.
We all had this sensation that war was really taking place, and we were wondering who did this, who is behind this, where did the hatred come from?
At 3:26 p.m., the 22nd of July 2011,
Thought it was. It's not. It's not.
by a massive car bomb,
Did you all walk as much during the spring, summer or fall?
been preparing for
Just usually down at the woods, wasn't it?
Yeah, she's usually around the
Because the
park.
van not being well, so we didn't hardly do anything last year. It was mainly just the woods because they were near the hospital.
1979
Yeah.
Oslo.
So we didn't do much at all last year, but we're getting out a lot more this year.
Because I'm
Anders
not as bad as I was.
diplomat and a nurse.
Hopefully I can get out a bit more.
And worrying behaviour that would draw the attention of the
Going
authorities.
right up in the Peak District.
Mm.
He was under observation by a child psychiatrist when he was at the age of
Oh, I'm along the canal.
3 years old. And they all
And the railway.
quite serious diagnosis.
Yeah.
That he was already getting
But soon, very
schizophrenic
soon.
and
I hope so. I still don't know what to make for dinner.
Assessed by psychologists because they became quite concerned about the home life his mother was bringing him up in. They thought that he'd been sexualised in some way and that his mother was projecting her own ideas onto him.
You okay, Princess?
For a 4-year-old boy.
Yeah.
The family unit would
Okay.
quickly begin to dissolve, leaving Anders in the care of his increasingly unstable mother and isolated from his father.
I think Breivik's father was present mostly in the form of his absence. He was not there for Breivik.
To live with. I would say he was of a neurotic background. He was an individual who was prone to outbursts or dramatic scenes and shows of largesse.
As the dust began to
I was going to go the other way tomorrow and go up through the other fields.
Mm.
who would be behind the atrocity.
But like I said to you, it's a long walk. Probably another, well, I'd say that, it's about another hour, that's all. It just means going the other way. But
Yeah, so all the things I missed out last year, hopefully get out more.
see, that's the thing, I'd rather go out walking in winter than summer, because it's too hot. Why don't you wait till the snow melted? Then there'd be no snow, would there?
He likes it.
And I like the snow. I like
And yet he moans that it's freezing.
I know.
We can't win.
But I just like the snow.
I don't mind it, but it's walking on
If
it.
there was no snow, it'd just be green fields. Just
Yeah.
looks the same.
I
See
don't
them,
mind the snow, it's just, I've never seen it this bad before. And it was the first time walking in like little over a foot.
Just didn't expect the lambs to be born so early.
No, that was amazing.
Only February, March, isn't it?
Yeah. You're burping and farting. But the Celtic would already won the second half of the city.
As you wish. No, I can go out and film the fields, you know.
Anytime.
Anytime in the
Anyway.
year. 99.9% of the time, it's just green fields. So I thought I'd capture them in the snow.
He was driving for about 40 minutes until
And no doubt we haven't seen the last of this lot.
No. It's going to warm up on Sunday, they said, though. But it's going to take a lot to melt this. It's that
But we
thick,
got
the ice.
February and March to go yet as well, so we don't know what's going to happen with the weather.
he parked his car on the ferry crossings over to Utöya, and he presented himself as a security police officers there to instruct them about security measures that need to be taken in light of the explosion of the youth camp in Oslo. And they sent the ferry over to collect them.
You see what the States has gone.
would be an act so
You know,
sinister
wildfire. Oh yeah, I know. I saw them
Yes.
fires. They were terrible. And all the snowstorms as well. Yeah.
located
Yeah, if you haven't seen
picturesque
Nicole, that's why.
Yeah. Because you got freezing rain and it's absolutely freezing there.
And with the fires, it's
And
kind
I
of
was looking
freaking
at
her out
them
a
last
bit.
night at the news reports, and it was just like really bad. I don't know. I thought it was like summertime, you know, for wildfires, and I thought, what the hell?
It's got to be deliberately done.
I don't know.
Has to.
Yeah, but a lot of it's lightning strikes, isn't it, in California?
Oh yeah, the stormy weathers, yeah.
But this island idyll would soon be transformed into a nightmarish vision of violence by Anders Breivik.
Playing football, volleyball, everything was just normal, perfect. Suddenly, one who was running in the highway recalled in her mother retail
Yeah, bad. Them fires are really bad.
on her face that I've never seen
Yeah, I have
before.
been keeping up to date with it.
Something's exploding in Oslo.
It's like we say, we watch more American stuff than English stuff.
Mhm.
It's like, I know something happened in America before anything happened here. I just don't watch English news because it's just the same shite.
Roger, what are you
Smudgy, can you move your bum?
She was worried something happened to me, and I said,
What are you doing?
He's being a bugger.
She's saying hello with your butt, with her butt.
Norway right now.
At his sights set on the island of Utoya. Anders Breivik's position as an outsider had been defined at an early age.
Mango, you go, Linda. Take
Yeah.
care.
Take care of yourself, man. There you go.
Yeah.
But he had a single mother, and the mother was not able
Take it easy.
to army as classmates. And he was rejected.
Aged just 14, he had first
Get
accepted
down
to
on
join
it.
the National
Get
Scouts,
down on it.
but his natural demeanour set him apart from the other gang members.
See him just sitting there, watching, trying to figure out how to blend in.
However, there was one aspect of youth culture that Breivik did excel at, one which demonstrated his ability to prepare and execute a plan in extreme detail.
He would also try to establish a reputation as a graffiti artist. So he was apparently, according to the people who knew him at the time, planning his graffiti raids like a general. Extremely good with the logistics, getting a number of clients and planning his missions.
He was definitely searching to get some recognition, be someone.
As it happened with him, he worked very hard for recognition, but he ended up being rejected also by decent people.
Breivik has certainly made reference to being isolated when he was younger in his teens, but he's also showed adept skills of belonging when he needed to. So although he postures himself as being the outsider's outsider, as a narcissist he's also very capable of working on the inside when he needs to.
Such capabilities would prove crucial in carrying out the second stage of the killing spree that has already seen 8 dead.
Noe senere så fikk vi melding om at gjerningsmannen kunne ha en politiuniform på seg, at han kunne ha en skuddsikker hjelm, og at han hadde våpen i hånden.
At 5:17 p.m. on the 22nd of July 2011, the ferry arrived at the island of Utoya. Disguised as a police officer and claiming an obligation to keep Utoya's inhabitants safe from harm, Breivik was welcomed.
They sent the ferry over to collect him, and they carried his big suitcase with his ammunition.
At 5:21, the first shots were fired, beginning what would be over an hour of unimaginable horror.
The first thing he did was to go and ask for the guardsmen of the island to go with him, and the woman who was the head of the camp, and then he drew his pistol and he shot them both in the head.
I could see people running and him shooting, and I could see 3 people fall just right here.
At 5:23, Anders Breivik approached the cafeteria, a building busy with youngsters.
I were in the cafeteria, and then I saw them that were running outside, and I told them because there were no reason to run like they were doing. And one of them told me that the guy was shooting them. And I both took it serious
As he made his way through the woods towards the southern tip of the island, he would take 15 more rides.
I just ran when I came to the sea. So there was no place to run anymore, and then just hiding in the grass.
We could hear the trees crunching from the bullets that were fired away. You could also see bullet holes.
We heard a lot of shooting, and so at the time we heard shooting, it was of course terrible because we knew what was happening.
Even though I never
local hotel worker, Viggo Larsson.
Jeg tror det kan ha vært 15-20 båter, tenker jeg, som søkte rundt øya i alle retninger. Når jeg begynner å nærme meg, så ser jeg en T-skjorte liggende og flyte i vannet. Så jeg sklir sakte mot den som jeg da først trodde var T-skjorte, men det var da et menneske som lå på magen i sjøen og var død.
The local police dispatched officers to the island. Norway's specialist counter-terrorism unit, Delta Force, would also be called into action.
I called the police several times and they said they were on their way, but it took more than 1 hour. So completed that process.
At around 6:10 p.m., a large group of youngsters were at the pump house when a police officer arrived and informed them that the culprit had been caught. As they gathered together, he opened fire. It was Breivik, and 14 would die at that moment.
A really striking aspect about the massacre on Utøya is how calm Breivik was, how methodical he was, and how careful he was.
One of the common mistakes that journalists and media reports make, particularly in the immediate aftermath of a spree, is they believe that the killer was crazed, deranged, and shooting victims at random. We certainly see time and time again in spree killers that they are focused and calm, very much in control of both their emotions and the situation.
For Adrian and those still trapped on the island, the terror would continue.
I was there all alone. I thought never likely would hit the same place 2 times as he did. And then suddenly a group of people arrives. You can hear someone whispering, "He's coming."
By 6:30 p.m., Adrian had circled the island and returned to the southern tip, where he began shooting again. The moment was captured from the circling helicopter.
The shot was so loud. Before I even could open my eyes, I felt something warm next to my head. It felt like my head exploded. Now I was convinced I was dead.
Adrian had been wounded in the shoulder. 5 of those around him would die.
From what I know, the last bullet that was fired on here was the bullet that hit me in the shoulder and still is there. He was captured 1 minute and 20 seconds after the last shot.
After an hour and 9 minutes of unchecked bloodshed, Delta Force would arrive on the shores of Utøya to face down Anders Breivik.
The last thing that we were actually able to see was the police walking like in tactical formations, like terror cops do, and checking out stuff.
Then, the man responsible for a massacre would surrender without a fight.
Breivik's spree was certainly different from many other sprees that have gone before it. Predominantly, spree killers either kill themselves or they are killed by law enforcement. Clearly, Breivik wanted to be taken alive so he could give his ideological views a platform.
Although the violence may have been over, for those survivors left on Utøya, the trauma would continue.
Rescued by the police and they took me away when I was taken by a pirate boat. But when we came to the hotel where everybody was gathered, all those who survived, I immediately understood that the numbers of the killed will be extremely high.
I'd like to say anything happened so fast, but actually it didn't. It happened very slowly. It seemed like we were trapped here for
equipment and started manufacturing his bomb.
On the 21st of July 2011, the day before his killing spree, Breivik completed a final recce in Oslo city centre before returning to the farm one last time. He was picked up at Reyna station by taxi driver Harald Tangen.
I meet Breivik in the train station, and he's standing there at taxi, so I ask him if I can drive him home. City farm is about 12 kilometers from Vienna Central. Big farms, long space.
Hi, everything.
He's to do what he was going to do.
How are you doing?
He spent 11 months preparing for his spree and bomb attacks. He clearly knew what he was doing, and he knew the best way to go about it. He could effectively disappear while he ordered the parts and stockpiled weapons and bomb-making equipment that he would need.
After I drive him home, he went out with the car and we just stand in the middle of the courtyard. When I let him out, he just standing there with his briefcase. I said, why don't you go in with it? But he just there. So I took my time just to see him. I've never been down to the farm before. He had no intention to go inside the house because he was in a hurry.
Breivik would wait for the taxi to leave.
I'm still frozen.
At 2:09 p.m.
Normal Cardi.
Motivations public, sending out his 1,500+ page manifesto to supposed sympathisers.
I've got 3 things on me to try and get me myself warm. It is freezing out there. I've got 2 jumpers and a robe.
But what had driven Anders Breivik to commit such an unimaginable crime? On the 22nd of July 2011, Norway had changed forever. Anders Breivik's attacks in Oslo and on Utøya had left a nation in mourning.
It is sometimes easy just to talk about the number about the attacks, but then these were 77 individuals that are no longer with us. Most of them were very young, the youngest was 14. The majority were below 18, so that is what 22nd of July is about, is those who lost their lives.
Yeah. It's like sheet. It's like ice, even though it's still snow. But I struggled to walk on it, even though I had grips on my welly boots.
I just wish him that.
In court, Breivik would attempt to use his career as a platform to promote his twisted ideology.
It seemed like the court was kind of a theater for him. What the whole trial was about for him was to get recognition as a political
But it was good though.
militant.
I did say on the video, I said, Ruth Ann's going to bollock us.
Picture of Breivik
Be out again when we're in.
probably
Mm.
did as much for his PR as his 1,500-page manifesto. Okay,
Let's
that
have
is
a
one of
look.
the Breivik's murders, is that he's been allowed to live and allowed to publicise his deranged beliefs.
Anders Behring Breivik would be found guilty of the murders of 77, 8 losing their lives in Oslo, and 69 on the island of Utøya. He would receive a 21-year sentence, the maximum possible under Norwegian law. The question that still puzzled, however, was what could have caused this man to commit such chilling crimes.
Very bad.
People like this, I don't think it's possible. It's like
Yeah, it was cold.
trying to understand
Really cold.
it's impossible.
That's, I guess, the question that most of us ask. How, in what
Best part was seeing those lambs.
To
The baby lambs. No way, I've never seen him that born that early.
Stems from child abuse and was somehow refined over the years.
Craig wasn't mentally ill, but there is evidence to suggest he was either paranoid post-traumatic or indeed he was more likely to be someone with a narcissistic personality disorder.
Could he have been stopped earlier? Is that the one time he was really within the system when somehow Norwegian state
Yeah, I've seen it born that early before.
recognized him or something?
But
He was
it was alright.
really young. He was 3 or 4 years old.
Good to get home though, wasn't it?
For Adrian Praycon, the court case had answered a disturbing question.
Might do it again tomorrow.
Doesn't make any sense. to
Go
me.
another way.
I don't know why I'm allowed how to I did
But I
this
don't know.
thing.
I probably might. I might not.
Victims are shot, others
Probably
are
not.
allowed to live. Columbine, in Hungerford, and again in Utoya with Breivik, we see some victims are toyed with and they're allowed to survive on the whim of the offender.
It's raining court. After a week that he remembered why he stared me. And he said I looked like one of his right-wing extremists. I didn't know, like a Marxist. And he thought that I should stand up.
Despite Breivik having taken aim at his own people and striking at their very heart, their refusal to be cowed by their attacker stands strong.
1 minute we are falling because someone is shooting after us, and a couple of days later we're all standing in the streets with our roses and torches and rising again. And I believe that's the best experience a country can have with themselves, to fall and rise together.
Although the innocence of Utoya may have been lost on the 22nd of July, its beauty will remain.
It affected Norway in a way that Norway is not so small in South Africa.
Yeah.
For Adrian Praycon, the experience of that day may have been harrowing, but his bond with the people that travelled there that fateful summer has survived.
I still say it, and close people around me also say it, that I never returned home from Utøya. And that's because a part of me is still struggling out there.
Garlic bread. It's cold. Close. No cigar.
You always feel more comfortable in an environment that you're familiar with. You know, you can relax, get in tune, take stock, and make a plan from there.
Despite the 2-mile exclusion zone set up by the police, the challenging terrain provided Moat with plenty of opportunities to remain invisible.
Just one policeman at any time,
Oh.
full body armour,
In
gun
my
the
gun.
For 7 days, the former bouncer evaded over 500 officers,
We had no idea where he was. And this man
Me.
still
Burnt.
sending a wave of terror through rural Northumberland.
I thought, I'm sure to be next at this rate. I was just
Loads of bits there.
But what
Not
caused
that
this
bit.
father of 3 to snap and embark on a deadly killing spree?
There's really only one way it's going to
More
end.
like that bit, isn't it?
coming to get you. I'm not on the run. I am coming to get you.
3rd of July 2010, Newcastle upon Tyne, England. A city known for its industrial past and vibrant nightlife.
Over the years, Newcastle has acquired a real reputation as a party city. It's incredibly popular with stag do's and hen do's, and there's a really vibrant nightlife.
It's got a reputation as being a very friendly place, and it's the sort of city where you will run into the same people in the same pubs and clubs.
By no means a crime hotspot, in fact, it's a really safe area to live. So to experience what we experienced in July 2010 was where the normal
The instructions can go.
As Friday night became Saturday morning, revellers filled Newcastle's clubs and bars, unaware that just 7 miles away, one party was about to come to a tragic end. 2:30 a.m. Berkeley. The sound of gunfire was about to ring out through the quiet residential streets. Following a night out at a local bar, Samantha Stobbart and Christopher Brown visited a friend's house.
Samantha and her new boyfriend Christopher were enjoying a social evening with her parents and friends.
The young couple were unaware that an armed man with deadly intent was hiding in wait outside. As their evening drew to a close, Samantha and Christopher prepared to leave.
When both Samantha and Christopher emerged for the house, he confronted them. He immediately shot Christopher in the upper body, and then as Christopher tried to run away, he shot him a second time. And while he was lying injured, he reloaded the gun and shot a defenceless, injured Christopher on the ground.
The third shot proved to be fatal.
He then turned his attention to Samantha, who was by this time inside the house, and he fired a shot through the window, and then he calmly walked away.
With one dead and another critically injured, local journalist Sophie Doughty was one of the first to report on the deadly spree.
The 3rd of July 2010 was a normal Saturday shift for us, or so we thought when we came in. We rang around the emergency services, so we got caught up with anything that had been happening overnight, and told us that there was an incident going on in Berkeley. When police started releasing details, they described it as a domestic disturbance. When we got to the scene, local people were telling us that a man had been released from prison, come out there, shot his ex-girlfriend and shot her new partner. As the morning wore on, we were asking people, do you know who her ex-boyfriend was, and the name Raoul Moat was mentioned.
Born on June the 17th, 1973, Raoul Thomas Moat had an unstable childhood.
He's always been looking for his dad from being young, and his mum would never say who his dad was.
He said a lot that he lacked a father figure, he lacked a standard normal family life.
His early years were further complicated by his mother's mental health issues.
His mum was never there, was always living with his gran. She used to show him all like the good qualities of life and look after him. He idolised her, and that was his main happy zone.
His mother remarried in 1986, and Raoul Moat's teenage years were marked by a fractious relationship with his stepfather.
His stepdad didn't like Raoul too much, he used to be off with him all the time. I don't even think that his mum was really looking after him too well either. So he was getting a bit more withdrawn.
At the age of 24, Moat severed contact with his family, and after a series of failed relationships, met Samantha Stobbart in 2004.
The one thing that Raoul Moat was desperate to have was a stable family life. The one thing he didn't have as a child. And this he thought he would get with Samantha Stobbart.
But their 6-year relationship broke down in 2010, when Moat was imprisoned for the assault of a relative. The 1st of July 2010, 11 a.m. Her Majesty's Prison, Durham. Moat was released after serving just over 2 months of a 16-week sentence, devastated by his broken relationship with Samantha Stobbart.
That time in prison gave him time to think. His jealousies were emphasised, his feelings of mistrust towards Samantha were amplified.
Immediately after being granted his freedom, he began to meticulously gather supplies for an attack, and armed himself with a sawn-off shotgun, modifying the ammunition to make it even more lethal.
A normal shotgun cartridge would contain multiple bearings on top of the explosive charge. Moat removed a portion of those ball bearings and packed in smaller items of metal in there. And I guess his mindset behind that was to cause maximum damage.
At 2:40 a.m. on the 3rd of July, just 48 hours after his release, Moat put his plan into action, gunning down his ex-girlfriend Samantha Stobbart and her new partner, Christopher Brown. On the surface, a vengeful attack by a jilted lover, but deep down, a festering resentment remained, and Raoul Moat's bloody spree was just beginning.
Lost everything through you. I'm coming to get you. I'm not on the run. I am coming to get you.
The 3rd of July 2010, Bertley, Tyne and Weir, watched over by the iconic Angel of the North. Overnight, this small town had become the scene of a violent crime. Less than 48 hours after being released from prison, 37-year-old Raoul Moat had shot his ex-girlfriend Samantha Stobbart and murdered her new boyfriend Christopher Brown in a deadly killing spree. Moat had met Samantha 6 years earlier in 2004. He was a 31-year-old bouncer working in Newcastle's thriving club scene. She was just 16 years old.
She had fake ID to get in because she was underage. And then he just met her from there, and that's when he just started meeting her, and he just seemed to fell in love with her.
He was a bodybuilder, so he used to wear these cut-out vests that showed everything off. So yeah, he was really proud of his muscles, and he thought he looked great. She was young, she was good looking, she had a fantastic figure, and he was a lot older than her, and I think all his birthdays had come at once because he'd met her.
After 6 years together, Samantha gave birth to a baby girl, and Moat became a father once more, having also won custody of 2 daughters from a previous relationship.
I think being a father was very important to Raoul. It was something that he aspired. He aspired to be a good father. He had children from previous relationships to Samantha, and things haven't worked out. He hadn't achieved the perfect family.
He had difficult, fractious relationships with girlfriends. He had difficult relationships with his children. He had an incredibly difficult relationship with Samantha Stobbart. He was a big character, he was a big figure, he was intimidating.
Moat has admitted to domestic violence in previous relationships, specifically with Sam Stobbart. He did that in a way where he portrayed her as being provocative, as if Sam made him do it. And this is something we see very commonly with domestic violence perpetrators.
It was always Samantha's fault. Samantha shouldn't agitate him, or Samantha shouldn't do this, or he would hit her, she would come over here, and then he would come over here and sweet talk her, and she'd go back, and then she would be back for a few months, and he would have an argument, and he'd hit her again, so she was back again.
They position themselves to be the victim of emotional abuse or provocation, and they say they lash out because they tried to be reasonable, they'd done everything else they could. Yet again, this is just an example of a narcissist manipulating the truth.
On the 10th of June 2010, whilst he was behind bars, Samantha took the opportunity to put a definitive end to her abusive 6-year relationship with Moat, fabricating a story that her new partner was a police officer.
When Moat shot and killed Chris Brown at point-blank range, Moat was still of the belief that Chris Brown was a police officer.
Christopher Brown wasn't a police officer. That was simply something Samantha had used to try and keep Moat away.
He was a karate instructor, and he was delivering leaflets round the doors when she met him.
It just seemed like a normal lad who was trying to make a go of it, and his only sort of mistake, if you can call it a mistake, was he started a relationship with Raoul Moat's estranged girlfriend.
She thought that by telling him her new boyfriend was a police officer, it would persuade Raoul to keep his distance. She couldn't have picked a worse profession in the world. He had a long-running hatred and paranoia about the police, and this was yet another way in which he thought the police had taken something away from him.
Moat had a history of dealings with Northumbria police.
The vendetta he thought the Northumbria police had against him stretched back many, many years. Largely based on fairly minor incidents.
The police were always pulling him over for the slightest thing, and he was just absolutely sick of it. He says, every time I pull into a petrol station and there's a policeman there, they stop us.
Or they'd just pull him over, they'd check his fuel, they'd check his tyres. It was just like a non-stop harassment, so he was always on edge.
He became very paranoid about the police. His house had CCTV cameras around it. He recorded all his phone calls with social services and with the police.
He blamed them for his businesses going bust. He blamed them for constantly being harassed.
I said, well, it must have some reason. He says, I've never done anything.
I think for Moat that was his default setting. When something didn't go right in his life, he blamed the police.
And he only had one route left to take in his eyes, which was to take revenge.
29 minutes past midnight, July the 4th, less than 24 hours after the shootings in Berkeley, Raoul Moat made a chilling phone call to the communications centre at Northumbria Police Headquarters.
Hello there, this is Big Gunman from Berkeley last night. My name is Raoul Moat. What I'm phoning about is to tell you exactly why I've done what I've done, right? Now, my girlfriend has been having an affair behind my back with one of your officers, this gentleman that I shot last night.
Northumbria Police had received one phone call from Raoul Moat, effectively making full admissions to shoot Christopher Brown, admissions to shoot Samantha, but more worryingly and sinister, declaring an effective war, if you like, on Northumbria police officers.
And you police have took too much off me over the years.
See you later, right down, lots of love. Take care of yourself.
Everything through you, right? Just won't leave us alone, right? Because I am.
Take it easy.
Earlier that evening, traffic officer PC David Rathband was starting his late shift, with the force under heightened alert for the spree gunman from the previous night.
David was a very proactive police officer. He completely understood the job. It's what he wanted to do. It was his calling, I think.
45 minutes past midnight. Moments after Moat's phone call to the police, PC Rathband was sitting in his patrol car, unaware that his life was about to be turned upside down.
David had decided to sit up on the A1, one of his favourite stopping points, to sit up somewhere where it's very busy, where there's a high volume of traffic coming past and waiting. That's what it all comes down to. You're playing the waiting game. Then maybe that opportunity, that vehicle, that one vehicle you're looking for, come past. Unfortunately for David, that night it did.
PC Rathband was unaware Moat had changed vehicles and was now travelling in a black Lexus.
The vehicle he was expecting or hoping to see had been dumped earlier on that day. That in intelligence hadn't got out yet. And so David was effectively sat there waiting, looking for something that wasn't going to come past. The individual he was looking for did, though, in another car, and that's when it all went horribly wrong.
Just moments after making his call to the emergency services, Moat's threat to the police became a brutal reality as his sickening spree continued.
Moat, it transpires, drives past and sees David sat in his police car on his own, and decides to stop just on the on-slip for the motorway.
He got out and carrying a sawn-off shotgun, he crept up to a marked police car. PC Rathband was aware that somebody was behind his car. He turned, looked and saw this large man holding a gun, pointing at him through the passenger window, and his last thought before he was shot was, oh no, it's Ralph Moat. And for that split second, he knew what was about to happen.
David had been horrifically injured. He'd been shot twice in the face. He was left blind there and then. It's not the done thing, is it, to shoot a police officer? There's a line there that people don't cross. For somebody to actively go out and hunt a police officer, it's so sick.
Leaving his third victim fighting for his life, Raoul Moat disappeared into the night amidst fears that his spree was far from over.
There was a real sense of concern that PC Rathband wasn't going to be the final victim.
Minutes later, an agitated Moat called Northumbria Police once more.
I've just told the wrong side. They're rolling up in the west end of Newcastle. Yeah.
He rang again, making it clear that he was responsible for shooting David Rathband, and again emphasising that he would be willing to shoot more police officers. He will come looking for us.
The gunman's behaviour was becoming increasingly irrational. Northumbria Police called an emergency press conference in an attempt to reach out to Moat.
You have told us that the police are not taking you seriously. I can assure you we are. I want you to know that you have our full attention. Innocent people have been hurt. This must stop now.
With one dead, two in a critical condition, and with clear intent to kill again, the elusive Moat needed to be caught before his killing spree claimed further victims.
We had no idea where he was. We had no idea where he was hiding out. And every inquiry that we made that was an attempt to secure his arrest was going to involve specialist firearms officers.
There was a major manhunt then that was launched, and it became apparent that it was a story that none of us had ever experienced before in our careers.
In the period when we didn't know where Raoul Moat was, there were armed police raids going on all over Tyneside, and it was moving all the time, but still there was no sign of Raoul Moat.
And I was completely terrified that week the police were looking for him. And I just never went to bed. I slept on the settee for the full week. It was just terrifying.
Less than 24 hours after the shooting of PC Rathband, an unexpected twist emerged, and Moat's ruthless spree threatened to escalate further.
Late on Sunday afternoon was two separate reports, which suggested that he may have had hostages with him. And those were coming from the family of Carl Ness and the family of Coramawat.
As is typical in a hostage situation, the police request to the media that we don't report that information because it may affect the safe recovery of the hostages.
The dynamic became very, very complicated because we had an obligation to those hostages to try and save their lives. That caused some issues in terms of how we proceeded with the manhunt.
The police were now aware that Moat was travelling in a black Lexus, and the net was closing in on him.
It made a distinctive engine noise. It was quite noisy. And when we appealed to the public to help us find that car, very, very quickly it was identified and its location was identified. And our focus moved from almost the time in Muir conurbation to the rural countryside of Northumberland to Rothbury.
As the search moved into a new area, and with the lives of 2 hostages in his hands, the need to find Moat took on a new urgency. His savage spree was potentially spiralling out of control.
This man threatened to kill police officers. This man had already shot a police officer. And this man, as far as we knew, still had his gun.
"29 minutes past midnight, the 4th of July 2010. Raoul Moat called the emergency services and declared war on Northumbria Police.
I'm coming to get you. I'm not on the run. I am coming to get you.
Moments later, he ambushed traffic officer PC David Rathband as he sat in his patrol car, shooting him twice at point-blank range before vanishing into the night with 2 hostages. Police had released details of Moat's vehicle, a black Lexus, and sightings were quickly reported in the community of Rothbury. Less than an hour outside of Newcastle, this small market town sits in the rolling hills of Northumberland.
If you drive north from Newcastle, Rothbury's the first nice place you come to. It's everyone's idea of a little village in the hills.
It's quite quaint, everybody knows everybody else. It's a really tight community. It's just a lovely, wonderful place, and it's it's just beautiful.
But Rothbury was about to become the focus of the world's attention.
Until the police car roared up the street, it was just an ordinary day, and I think the last thing we expected was to have anything to do with the whole Moat saga at all.
On the morning of the 6th of July, 3 days after Moat's spree had begun, the black Lexus was found abandoned in a local car park.
Just got to the office and I got a phone call to say Raoul Moat's car's been found in Rothbury, get here now. I just thought, oh my god, this is big, this is huge, this is something that's never happened before in our paper's history.
The hunt for the gunman and his hostages intensified as police resources poured into the immediate area.
When it first started, if you look down here, you would have seen at least 1 policeman at any time, full body armour, gun the lot.
The manhunt would soon reach unprecedented levels, involving over 500 officers. A 2-mile exclusion zone was set up in the Rothbury area.
Anything that involved sighting or any arrest of Raoul Moat was going to involve the use of armed police officers. There was no other way to do it.
With the police on high alert for a potential hostage standoff, the story was about to take an unexpected turn.
Raoul Moat had already revealed that he had taken some hostages, but it became apparent as well that the police were unsure as to whether they were hostages or accomplices.
Carl Ness and Karama Wan were in fact in collusion with Moat. They had each delivered 2 messages to their families. One appeared to be a genuine hostage letter, but the second was a note explaining that they were actually in the safe hands of their friend, Raoul Moat. Their concerned families submitted these letters to the police.
While we were quickly trying to get our resources moved, Moat was able to melt into the countryside, whereas Ness and Awan tried to make their escape along the open road. The police helicopter was very quickly above them.
1 police car drove past them with an officer in to possibly identify them. Once he did that, he radioed to colleagues who followed in a 2nd police car unmarked to throw a thunder flash at their feet. This momentarily stunned them, and other officers came out and arrested them at gunpoint.
With Ness and Awan in custody, the full extent of their involvement in Mo's spree started to become clear.
Ralmote and Carl Ness were close friends, Awan less so, but they went with him on his exercise of revenge and murder. They drove him around on the night that he shot PC Rathband. Carl Ness was with him and drove him to Samantha Stobbart's house.
I'll do a little bit more than I call it. Hey Nicole! My big sister Nicole's here. Yeehaw!
Hi Nicole. Oh, oh dear. Ugh. All good.
I am too.
Your legs are ready.
Mm-hmm. Not the only one.
Goldy gold. That bit not fit.
Yeah, I tried that.
Okay. Wrong hole. You go in there. You go in there. You go there. Nope. What the fuck does that go there?
Find out soon.
Soon. Oh, sorry. Got the lamp.
Duckadiddle duckadiddle doo. Hey, what did you think of that Cinderella panto? I still can't believe I met the guy. Met both of them. We're having excuse me, we're having some kind of pasta bake. I can't remember what it was called, but there you go. My brain's still frozen. Sausages! Will that answer your question, then, Nicole? I'll do a bit more. Yep, that goes in there. Yeah, Aldi's much more cheaper. Yeah.
Like 4 years ago. And we used to have a budget of 25 quid, didn't we?
Mhm.
Just for a laugh. You know what? If we bought a massive shop, it was like £40, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Now it's like 120 quid what we go through. And there's only two of us. Fucking crazy. Price of everything's going up and it's never coming down. Meow, 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 meow. Hello, baby. Hey, you're a good girl. Hello. Yeah, absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Oh.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, it's absolutely mad. Amount of money that stuff costs now. Absolutely crazy.
Even if you try and budget, it doesn't work anymore. Even if you do shop around near other places, you know. Somebody's having a play. Love it when she plays. That is coming along. I can see it forming. No. There's no way we could do a budget. Right, I'm going to call it now, everyone, and I'll be alive later on, and I shall see you guys then. Thank you so much for joining us. Lots of love. See you later, everyone. Bye.